Now for yesterday's game of the day between Aston Villa in second place and smarting from their defeat at Tottenham last week, and Southampton just behind them, but surely smiling because their recent form has been as good as any. Your commentator at Villa Park, Tony Gubbo.
Alan Ball, the Peter Pan of football, who doesn't seem to grow any older. Now in his 36th year and back in the First Division after an unsuccessful first try at management. This is Ball's 5th game since returning to Southampton to complete a remarkable quartet of England internationals. Alan Ball, Mike Shannon, Kevin Keegan and Dave Watson have won between them 231 international caps, but the price of experience, an average team age of 28. Steve Moran, number 10, is the baby at just 20 and the top scorer too with 18 goals this season. Villa keep the team severely criticised by Ron Saunders after the 2-0 defeat at Tottenham last week. David Geddes again replacing the suspended Peter Withe at number 9, but 7 of the rest have been ever present all season. Villa want to win well today to put the shine back on the challenge for their first championship since 1910. One honour already won. Gary Shaw's Young Player of the Year award by his fellow professionals. Referee Norman Glover of Adlington in Lancashire on match of the day for the first time in 2 years. And it's Southampton who kick off, attacking the goal to the right for what promises on paper at least to be the most attractive fixture of the day. The two teams second and third in the First Division. Although Villa 5 points ahead of Southampton, the visitors, the First Division's top scorers with 67 goals. That's one more than the leaders Ipswich. An early touch of the ball for the Southampton keeper, Peter Wells. Beaten only once in the last 4 games. McNaught shuffling backwards. He has to do something positive. Swain to build from the back for Villa. Nick Holmes. And a Southampton ball. Keegan. Holmes. Baker. Shadowed by Bremner. He's got round him. And there are men in the box. One of them is Mike Shannon. Well, the tackle from Des Bremner on Baker wasn't firm enough over by that corner flag. He allowed him to get away, get the cross in, and Shannon got up to head just wide. Shannon, who hasn't scored since January the 17th, 12 games ago, but very close then. Cowans to try and settle things down. McNaught. Golak's interception. Shannon neatly on for Williams. Keegan. If this goes in, oh, it's an own goal. Alan Evans. Rimmer is disgusted, but that's been on the cards right from the start because Villa have never mastered the swirling wind that's blowing down Villa Park. Keegan had almost got himself clear. Evans stuck out the foot and knocked it past the helpless Rimmer. And Villa are a goal down at home for the first time since November. Ron Saunders, the Villa manager, was scathingly critical of his team after the performance at White Hart Lane last week. One wonders about his thoughts at this stage today. Shannon. The whistle has gone, and it's a Villa ball. Well, now, a real test for Villa of their championship pedigree. Only 1 point from the last 2 games. Held 3-3 at home by Manchester United in their last home game. And now against Southampton, a goal behind. Williams with the free kick. Watson got there first. Mortimer. The Villa captain has a habit of scoring on match of the day, and he won't come much closer than that. Time to pull it down on the edge of the penalty area, but knocking it wide of the post. And Villa really want to see those chances going in. Keegan knocked it on and got a push in the back for his trouble. So yet another free kick. Williams leaves it for ball. Mortimer. Des Bremner. Showed too much of it to Baker. Holmes, and now Baker again. Holmes is going on a run and gets it. Spaced by Bremner and gets round in. Shannon! Oh, what a good goal that would have been. Shannon had ripped it away. A great run by the fullback, Holmes. Getting in the cross, again beating Bremner. And Shannon running towards to meet it and glancing it across the face of the goal. Given against David Watson. Watson, the England central defender, drops for the game against Spain in midweek. One wonders how many people would still think of him as being a bad defender. Cowans. Morley has kept it in play. Has to give it to Williams. Oh, ball, too casual. Mortimer. Mortimer. Oh, he hit the post. Keegan can't keep it in. What a let-off for Southampton. A loose ball from Alan Ball, giving Mortimer space to push it forward and size up the shot, beating Wells and hitting the foot of the post. Shannon making space for himself. Golak finding Williams. Now Keegan. Keegan's got Moran inside him. Nick Holmes has gone on a run down the middle. Moran. Now Holmes. Just those three Southampton players forward. Cowans stripping the light, fantastic, around his own box, and he might be made to pay. It's Golak for Southampton. It's off the post, Alan Ball. Oh, well, Aston Villa must ask some harsh questions. Evans turning the ball against his own post, but really you've got to look hard at Cowans. He had a chance to get the ball away. He dwelt on it, tried to beat his man in his own penalty area, and finally got caught. And but for the thickness of the post, that would have been a second own goal. Bremner. Alan Ball. Holmes beating Mortimer. Again, is very unhappy with that challenge from Watson. And that tackle by Moran on Williams is not a foul. This is Southampton. Golak. There are 6 Southampton players forward, and it came off the head of Evans for a corner. What a busy man Evans has been in this first 45 minutes, now drawing to its close. Williams with the throw to Golak. And Keegan. Williams. A Villa ball. Well, Williams can't believe it. But at least he was smiling about it. Cowans. Giddis. Oh, a good knock-on. Morley was onside. A great individual goal by Morley. A lovely knock-on by Giddis, but Morley did the hard work. He kept his head and kept running, allowed the ball to settle. It bobbled just before he was about to hit it, but from the edge of the penalty area, should always beat the keeper, and planted it past Wells. It's one apiece, right on the stroke of half-time. Just seconds remaining, and Villa back in a game where they've looked under pressure from the start. Moran. Now listen to the Villa Park crowd. Golek. Cowans. McNaught will get there. Williams to Morley. Cowans. Shaw. Steve Williams. And Villa now fighting for everything. This is Williams, who's put Geddes away, surely. What an astonishing turnaround in the space of a minute. Saunders, the Villa manager, still doesn't smile. But David Geddes has put his team back in front now, 2-1. Geddes, who put Morley through for the equaliser just a minute ago, this time free himself to beat Wells. And what a dramatic change. And there goes the whistle for half-time. A deafening roar from the crowd at Villa Park. Tony Morley equalising that Evans' own goal in the 44th minute. And then as we waited for the referee's half-time whistle, David Geddes scoring his 4th goal of the season to send Villa in much happier than they'd looked just seconds earlier. What a transformation. And what a fascinating second half in prospect. The half-time score then, who could believe it? Villa 2, Southampton 1. The crowd applauding the teams out after the half-time interval. Still buzzing with conversation about those 2 Villa goals right on the death. Villa start the second half, having won at the Dell 2-1 back in October, and so perhaps here on their way to completing the double over Southampton. A big jump from Nicol, but climbing, says the referee. Now Gary Williams, the left back. Mortimer, Williams again. Cowans. Geddes. Morley. It's a corner. Shaw. Gary Shaw. Almost his 19th goal of the season. Evans, the man who went up to challenge the Southampton keeper Wells. The ball dropping to Shaw, who never really had it in control. Shannon. For Baker, who got free. Rimmer lost it. Keegan left it for Moran. And what a close shave that was for Villa. This is Tony Morley. The ball's still in play. But Shannon's ball through to Baker was magnificent, putting the Southampton man clearly into space, and Rimmer had to come so quickly off his line to smother it, and then lost it, but finally the ball cleared. Evans. Oh, Watson missed it, and this time it's Wells who has to come quickly off his line at the other end. But Watson completely misjudging that ball. And Villa learning the lesson of the first half when they had trouble with the wind at that end, putting Southampton on the same rack. Well, that certainly seemed to come off Baker, but the linesman has flagged a Southampton throw. Holmes. Shannon back to Holmes. Alan Ball! He couldn't quite get it clear for the shot, but it's a corner. Good cross by Holmes. And now here's Morley for Villa. He's got Mortimer streaming down the middle. And Shaw on the outside. Nicol with Mortimer right underneath his nostrils, heading that one away. And now there'll be another hold-up because little Alan Ball is the player who's gone down. Ball, who was out of Southampton's team for 13 months. While he was player-manager of Blackpool. And little Alan Ball having to go off, escorted there by Lou Chatterley, the Southampton coach. Ball, 35 years of age, and it's David Puckett who comes on for his third game. A disappointing afternoon for Alan Ball. Southampton have won the 4 games in which he's played since his return, but are trailing here 2-1. Will catch it. And McNaught missed it. Keegan. Oh, he's beaten Evans. And it's still there. This is Baker. And Bremner will kick it anywhere, and he's happy to do so. Delightful skills from Kevin Keegan to get free in the box. Then Rimmer had it and lost it. Baker had a chance, and Bremner who finally lifted it into the crowd. Well, now can Southampton force the equaliser? Keegan's back header, and Shannon helped it on. Watson's head. Swain with the throw for Villa. Mortimer knocked it on, and Nicol handled. And if he hadn't, Gary Shaw was free behind him. Well, no admonishment for Nicol from the referee. Baker to Keegan. Moran parting with that too quickly. Cowans. Oh, a magnificent ball from Cowans. to set Morley free on the left. And Nick Holmes turning that behind for the corner. A magnificent ball from Cowans, though. Makes it look so easily, a leisurely lift of the leg, and it's knocked 35, 40 yards to put Morley free. Holmes, who turned it behind for the corner. Mortimer and Cowans are together at this corner. Mortimer. Oh, he hit the post! Morley. Well, surely, if that had gone in, there would have been no other candidates for the March goal of the month. Mortimer's shot was struck with absolute precision, hit the post and back into play. Ron Saunders looking thoughtful. Will have heard the score from Portman Road last time we did, that Ipswich had gone into the lead against Sunderland, and knows that it's vital for his team to win. 2-1 ahead. Aston Villa's challenge for the championship really does appear to be in their own hands, with 5 of their 8 remaining games before today at home. And there's the final whistle. 2 points to Villa, which, it must be said, looked to be in doubt after 44 minutes, when Southampton were 1 up, might have been 2 up. And that dramatic 60 seconds before half-time, when Villa scored twice through Morley, and then David Geddes, number 9, getting the winner, securing the points for Villa that will keep them breathing down the necks of Ipswich at the top of the First Division. And remember, Ipswich have yet to play here at Villa Park. That match arranged now for Tuesday, April the 14th, when the First Division Championship might be decided. A final score at Villa Park then: Aston Villa 2, Southampton 1.
And I'm sure I wasn't the only neutral at Villa Park to detect a distinct feeling of relief among the home supporters. Southampton's extraordinary collection of valuable antiques had dominated the first half with an exhibition of how to make the game look easy. It was entertaining, and they certainly deserved something for their efforts. But the dramatic 3 minutes before half-time changed the whole picture. Laurie McMenemy felt that the throw-in leading to Tony Morley's goal should have been given the other way. And Steve Williams had his own views too. But to be honest, when a ball scrunches out like that, it's anyone's guess whose throw it is. But there was a lot to follow before the goal was scored. At the time, I took the view that Morley was offside from Geddes' flick. But I'm afraid the pictures prove little, except what a fine move it was and how difficult Tony Morley is to catch once he's away on a run like that. Well, that's it for today, except to congratulate Southend, who, as a result of Aldershot losing, became the first Football League club to win promotion this season. Well done, Southend. But I don't suppose we could end in any other way than by showing David Geddes' goal. He doesn't get much chance to score a match of the day because he understudies for Peter With, who's in superb form. But when David's there and the cameras are there, it seems to produce a touch of magic, as Birmingham City, as well as Southampton, would testify. Good afternoon to you.
Shaw and Hawker, Geddes this is, and he's ready to count! On by Evans, and he got it in, yes, Geddes!
This is Williams, who's put Geddes away, surely!